Teaching is most challenging when learners anchor themselves in subjective feeling, insisting, "This is just how I feel," and resisting reasoning or evidence. In these moments, traditional argument and debate collapse, leaving only frustration and repetition. And yet, learning does not require agreement. It can emerge indirectly, through careful guidance that respects resistance while connecting to the objective, shared reality we all inhabit. The first principle of this approach is behavior-focused guidance. While beliefs may be deeply personal, we all operate within a reality shaped by consistent patterns and consequences. Even if a learner refuses to believe in certain facts, they can still engage with observable outcomes. This creates a path to learning without challenging identity. For example, someone might dismiss probabilities or logic as irrelevant, yet over time, they notice that some choices repeatedly lead to predictable results. Here, learning becomes less about winning an argument and more about cultivating an awareness of the world as it actually behaves. Second, modeling and example provide a bridge between subjective perception and objective reality. The teacher demonstrates reflection, adaptability, and growth, openly acknowledging mistakes and sharing the process of correcting them. When someone sees another person navigate challenges, confront uncertainty, and adjust in response to consequences, they witness reality unfolding beyond words. This method is subtle but profound. Learners internalize patterns by observing actions rather than listening to theory, connecting their subjective perception to something larger and more tangible than themselves. Third, curiosity seeds can gently prompt exploration without triggering defensiveness. Simple questions, small nudges that require no admission of error, can create openings for reflection. "I never thought about it that way. What might happen if we tried this?" Such inquiries are neither confrontational nor judgmental. They invite learners to explore reality through experience. Over time, these micro-prompts accumulate, giving the resistant mind glimpses of structure in the world that exist outside personal feelings. Another essential tool is pattern exposure. Repeatedly presenting consistent outcomes in neutral contexts allows learners to experience objective trends indirectly. Rather than stating facts or issuing directives, the teacher creates opportunities for learners to encounter patterns themselves. When someone observes the same effect occurring in multiple situations, it is harder to dismiss reality as irrelevant. Even if they cling to subjective interpretation, the evidence accumulates, slowly forming a bridge from personal perception to shared understanding. This approach also demands patience and persistence. Resistant minds do not shift overnight. Attempts at persuasion often fail, and moments of insight are subtle and rare. The role of the teacher is to maintain exposure, model thoughtful engagement, and gently plant curiosity, knowing that learning is rarely immediate. Over time, repeated interactions and observations may lead the learner to integrate these experiences, fostering a deeper connection to the world outside themselves. Moreover, there is profound emotional depth in this process. Teaching the resistant mind is often accompanied by frustration, doubt, and even sadness, as the teacher witnesses how closed belief can limit growth. Yet within these challenges lies an equally profound opportunity to cultivate empathy, resilience, and creativity. Guiding someone through a landscape of subjectivity without forcing belief teaches us about patience, humility, and the complexity of human experience. It reminds us that growth is not always linear, and that influence is often most effective when subtle and indirect. Ultimately, the resistant mind teaches a universal lesson. Knowledge is not transmitted solely through argument, but through interaction with reality, reflection, and shared experience. By focusing on behavior, modeling, pattern, and curiosity, we create conditions where learning can emerge even when belief remains anchored in personal feeling. Education, in this light, becomes less about convincing minds and more about navigating a shared reality together, offering guidance and insight while honoring the learner's subjective experience. It is through this balance, respecting feelings while demonstrating reality, that we plant seeds of growth, slowly revealing patterns, consequences, and connections that exist independently of any one perspective. In embracing this method, we learn a parallel truth: our own understanding deepens as we teach indirectly. Each act of modeling, each seed of curiosity planted, and each pattern revealed requires the teacher to engage fully with both reality and empathy. Through this interplay, the teacher and learner co-create a space where reflection, discovery, and growth are possible. And in this space, learning transcends argument. It becomes a shared journey, a dance between subjective perception and the objective structures that underlie our collective world.